The League of Legends community is terrible. Online gaming communities aren't typically noted for having well-mannered participants, but if one was looking to give a medal to the gaming community that most closely resembles a legion of mentally handicapped goblins, they need look no further than the League of Legends player base. Riot's entry into the "hey, let's exploit the huge popularity of a Warcraft 3 mod in an attempt to make gigantic piles of cash" genre, otherwise known as the multiplayer online battle arena or MOBA genre, is the biggest game on the planet with good reason. It's just really good. Riot streamlined the Dota formula and made their game extremely easy to get into, and perhaps most importantly, it was free to play from day one. Fast forward to the present day and everyone and their dead grandparents are playing the game, and just like the real world where there's 4 socially inept dimwits for every sensible individual, League of Legends is now being played by millions of people who might find it hard to string together a sentence without using a disproportionate amount of cursing. In-game, you're likely to be matched up with teammates who are fond of using acronyms such as OMG and WTF in combination with popular gaming slang terms such as noob or you suck, as well as the MOBA-specific derogatory verb feeder. Players are fond of blaming their teammates for their own terrible deaths while being completely unable to accept responsibility for their own actions. This is a common trait among children or adolescents who have yet to develop social awareness. It's also a trait common among goblins. These things can happen in other games, it's true, but in League of Legends things go to the absolute darkest depths of social ineptitude and beyond. It's not uncommon for teammates to immediately write off an entire game once the enemy team scores a 2 or 3 kill advantage in the beginning and start shouting things like, "Oh my god, you feed, now this game is loose. Why I always got noobs on my team, please uninstall and play Tetris, you piece of." Does anyone even play Tetris anymore? If that wasn't bad enough, I've witnessed players telling each other to suicide. Yeah. On top of this, there are yet more examples of this kind of boneheaded goblin mentality. Nobody likes a sore loser. Note that there are lots of these in League of Legends, but one thing that's worse than a sore loser is a bad winner. Note that there are possibly more bad winners than sore losers in League of Legends. For some unsportsmanlike cretins, once it becomes apparent that the snowball is rolling in their favour, they resort to mocking the enemy team in all chat and generally making themselves look like complete and utter twats. This is typically far beyond friendly smack talk, tending to go something along the lines of you, it's just sad how bad you are, just surrender losers, lol, I own you all easy. Well, that's one way to look awesome. Stupid. I could go on talking about people who troll, intentionally feed the enemy team, or generally throw their toys out of the pram and AFK when the surrender vote fails, but the long and short of it is that this vocal majority are spoiling the fun for the relatively quiet minority who simply want to enjoy the game, which in and of itself is actually really good, aside from the aforementioned horrible player base. It's doubtful that Riot will be able to solve this problem. There's only so much you can do when the vast majority of players are socially inept goblins. The task of fixing the problems with the community needs to be tackled by, well, the community, because ultimately a community is just the sum total of the people that contribute or take away from it. If you want the LoL community to be a better place, perhaps you should ask yourself if you're part of the problem. Only when all the trolls, the AFKers, the flamers, and those who encourage suicide look deep inside their souls and take their fate into their own hands can we look forward to a brighter future for the LoL community. A day when everyone contributes and helps each other to be better. A day when people use the popular internet acronym NVM when their teammate makes a mistake and congratulates their opponents with a WP when they make exceptional plays. A day when the League of Legends community feels like a somewhat awkward hug between all the people who just downright love this game. A day when... oh, screw it, let's just uninstall and play Tetris.